Okay, so we're recording, and this is going to be your video for Venus in the 8th house. And I've already done a video before on Venus in the 8th house, but the problem with that video is it's more of a Venus in the sign of Scorpio video. And as much as we say that signs and the planets have the same energy, it's really not. There are going to be a lot of areas where Venus in Scorpio is going to be different than Venus in the sign Venus in the 8th house. So this video is going to be all about Venus in the 8th house, and yes, let's get started. Well, Venus is our romantic partners, our relationships, and love life. Venus is liquid money and luxuries that we have in our life. And 8th house is a deep, dark place. It's sudden transformations, fears, trauma, catastrophic experiences. It's the unknown. The 8th house is the most difficult house in astrology because it requires you to shed your old skin and grow a new one. It will uproot you and ask you to adapt to the new. So, the first and foremost thing that Venus in the 8th house will bring is unstable love life. It brings about a lot of instability in romantic relationships. You probably won't end up with your high school sweetheart if you have this position because you have a lot of karma to exhaust. A lot of romantic interests, a lot of romantic people will come and leave until you find the one who is meant to stay. And another thing we see here is breakups. Now, breakups can be sudden and tragic and depressing with this Venus. I've seen people go into depression with Venus in the 8th house after they've been through a breakup, and you have a karma to get betrayed. So at least once in your life, this will happen. You will get betrayed by somebody that you were just so convinced that this connection is going to work out, but it doesn't. It's both a blessing and curse when you have Venus in the 8th house, and that's because as soon as a relationship ends in your life, a beautiful blessing will unfold. But for that blessing to unfold, a relationship has to end. So you see how it becomes a curse and a blessing. As far as love is concerned, you can either have partners who are just completely indifferent to you or someone very obsessive and jealous. It can make you experience ghosting. Or a relationship might just suddenly end. And as far as marriage is concerned, a lot of people feel that this is an absolutely disgusting position to have. Venus in the 8th house, it's going to bring about a lot of cheating, but that's really not the case. I do agree that when we have planets in the 8th house, we have a lot of karma to pay off there. So this Venus is also going to bring a lot of instability in your romantic life, but unless and until this Venus has really bad, hard aspects, it's not going to ruin your marriage. And in marriage, you will attract a stunning, good looking spouse who wants to control you, and this person might be doing better than you financially, but this person is going to be very generous. The only issue here is that Venus in the 8th house gets into power struggles a lot of time. You, being Venus in the 8th house, love your freedom. And if the other person also has, let's say, a Venus that is in the sign of Scorpio or even Cancer or Leo, I would say this person is want to kind of have some kind of authority over you. So that's where the problem kicks in. You do not want someone to have that authority over you. You like your freedom and you enjoy spending time with your own self as well. You like making independent decisions, and when you're married, you have to talk about every decision before with your spouse before taking it. So that's where Venus kind of feels difficult to maintain that balance. So it can get you into power struggles. So that's something that you need to control, and most likely you get a spouse who will be dominating and controlling. As far as finances and lifestyle is concerned, this is a position that really blesses you. It gives you a luxurious life without much effort, and it gives you a financial well off spouse, a spouse who is doing better than you are doing financially, and where after you get married it can bring a lot of luck and prosperity. Now this Venus is really lucky as far as real estate is concerned. They can have some sources of rental income, they can receive money through speculative businesses, and every position in astrology is going to have its strengths and weaknesses. It's never going to be just the good or just the bad, it's always going to be both. So as far as these strengths are concerned, this person is a born healer, a natural psychic, very strong intuition. Like this person just has to meet you once, and their first instinct about you is always going to be right. And this person is also an empath. This person has a very magnetic and hypnotic and a very seductive personality. It's hard for people to resist their charm, and usually you will see this person has a very beautiful face. This is also somebody who is very passionate, and when they love you, they love you. They're all in. This is not the kind of person who will keep you guessing, or this person will keep playing mind games. If this person loves you, they love you with their entire heart, mind, and soul. They can be really good at astrology and mystery and secretive things attract them. They love solitude, and this person is a very secretive person and a mysterious person. You can know this person for 10 years, and yet there is going to be something that this person does or this person did that is going to surprise you. This position of Venus really blesses you with a happy long life, and these people can be really good at yoga and meditation and spirituality. And as far as career is concerned, they could literally be doing anything, but they're always going to be oriented towards research because they are good at it. I've seen personally, I've seen doctors with this position. I've seen plastic surgeons, surgeon in general, gynecologists, physicians, healers, eye doctors, accountants, somebody who's into jewelry and gemstones business. I also know a lady, she served in army, and when she got retired, she wanted to learn Reiki to heal others. Now, as far as the weaknesses are concerned, jealousy is something that this Venus can attract. Now, they can love someone very intensely, and the problem comes in now they expect the same from other, and the other person might not want the same level of intensity that this person is craving. So this is where these people can be very obsessive towards relationships. They can be stalking their ex, and they're always at a great risk of being betrayed, and they can also be depressed because of a breakup. Venus in the eighth house, really, when this person loves, as I said, this person will be pouring out their entire emotions to the person that they're involved in. So this is why this person gets betrayed a lot of times. If this Venus even has slightest even this Venus has let's say one hard aspect, it's going to bring childhood trauma. It can also bring sexual abuse. It can take a person into prostitution. This person can be a sex worker, or this person could be somebody who is into sex workers. And that's because this person has a very intense sexual energy. They might even jump from one partners to another, but this is going to be very rare. This is a broken heart Venus. This is a Venus who is trying to heal itself, who might get involved into this kind of behavior where they're just into a relationship just for the physical intimacy. Usually a Venus in the eighth house wants to build a good intimate connection with you, but when they are trying to repair and heal themselves, they might become a womanizer, or if I am politically correct, a manizer. This Venus really blesses you with a long life, but it can cause some problems or issues related to genitals, so especially sexually transmitted infections and diseases. That is something that you need to be careful of. And when you have Venus in the eighth house, you have a karma to heal. That's because you have been hurt yourself. And when you heal others, you heal yourself. And you have a lot of selfless love that you want to give to others. Admit that. It's a very, very beautiful, intense energy that you want to give to others. And if you are choosing your romantic partners, that's probably going to be problematic, because it's not really necessary that the people that were involved romantically might want that kind of love, emotions, affection. So it's important for you to bring out that love, but don't do it in your romantic relationships. Rather, you can volunteer into a non-profit organization which is really making a difference. Maybe in Canada we have snow angels. Maybe try volunteering there. Maybe try helping the old, or try doing something for the underprivileged children, or do some selfless service. Get involved into spirituality, meditation, yoga, and you can be very devoted towards spirituality. Now, these are the things that will build you, help you. But if you channelize your selfless love into romantic relationships, it's always going to drain you. Okay? So that's something that you need to be careful of. And Venus in the eighth house can sometimes be really jealous. You can be very overprotective and jealous of the people that you're dealing with romantically. You can give off a very jealous vibe, or you can attract people who have this kind of vibe. And friends with benefits won't probably work for you. You can either be friends with somebody, or you can just have a physically intimate connection with them. Doing both is just not going to work out for you. You crave intensity, and that's pretty much that. So yes, this was your video on Venus in the eighth house. If you are new, consider subscribing below. If you wish to take a personal reading, links are given in the description box. Thank you so very much for watching. Lots and lots of love and light to you. Stay